Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if this is your first time visiting this channel, click on the subscribe button and smash the notification bell so that whenever I post a new video, you will get notified as soon as possible. Yeah, so this is the weekly market outlook for next week, and last week we had a very it was a tough week, all right? Yes, it was a tough week, but all in all, I was able to grab something from the market, all right? Yes, within last week I brought you the midweek market outlook, and of which, if you really watched it very well and took notice of whatever I said in there, you should have ended your week profitable. Yes, and I also brought you the weekly market review, all right, where I spoke about some of the opportunities I spotted in the market. I gave you some tips on how I go into the market on a weekly basis. So if you haven't watched it, look through my playlist and watch it and learn something from it. Yeah, so we are here again preparing for a new week, and we are here just to look at the market and see what the market has for us going into a new week. And so these are the pairs on my watch list at the moment, all right? Yes, so last time I was saying something on my Telegram channel, all right? Was it? Yes, I think one of the trading chat groups, all right? Yes, I was saying something in one of the trading chat groups rather. I said that at the moment the only currency that is giving us a bullish momentum is the dollar index. Aside the dollar index, all other foreign currencies are heavily bearish. So at the moment, the best pair to trade is a USD pair. All right. Why am I saying that? You wouldn't want to pair two weaker pairs. You get it? It doesn't make sense to pair two weaker pairs. At the end of the day, even if there is strength in one than the other, it's going to be short term. All right. But it makes sense to pair a weaker pair to a stronger pair, to pair a stronger pair to a weaker pair. Do you get it? Yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm going for the USD pairs at the moment, because looking at the market, all right, and one will ask, how did I know report? All right, and I don't look at the current report, I just look at the reports that have come previously, and so I just compare it from there. And I also look at the futures market of every currency. Every currency has a futures market, all right, here. So if you really want to know more about this, how I go into the market, analyzing all these things to be able to determine the strength of the currency as to whether it is weak or strong. Yes, it's this something I don't really put out on the public arena, all right? Yeah, so if you really want to know how to do this to up your game in the financial market, just look through the description box below. My Telegram ID or the link to my Telegram inbox is there. Just DM me, and then let's talk, and then I'll sort you out on that, all right? Yeah, so it's something I privately teach my student. Yes, so just take note of that. Yeah, so before we start, let's usually go through the economic calendar and see the high impact news that are upcoming so far as next week is concerned. And so on Monday we have USD bank holiday, all right? You have USD bank holiday, that is the President's Day, and we have CAD Family Day, which is also a bank holiday, all right? And then we have the Australian dollar bank meeting minutes, all right? Yeah, so for Monday, I'm really expecting to see a very low level of volatility in the market. So it is very advisable to stay off the market on Monday, because bank holiday in Canada, bank holiday in US, so you are likely to see a very low volatility in the market. So definitely on Monday, I would be off my chat on Monday and I'll come back on Tuesday. And on Tuesday, there's Euro high impact news. There is GBP high impact news, there is CAD high impact news, there is NZD high impact news. All right, yes. So NZD is going to be the interest rate announcement. That is going to be the major news of all the NZD high impact news on Tuesday. So be looking out for that, especially if you trade an NZD pair. You'll be really looking out for that. So this is the news that I'll be expecting to see in the market, of which you are going to see a lot of volatility injected in the market on Tuesday. So kindly watch out for that. On Wednesday too, there's going to be a Euro high impact news on Wednesday. There is also going to be a yen bank holiday. That is a Japanese bank holiday. All right, there's going to be a bank holiday in Japan, and there's going to be a USD FOMC minutes. All right, yes. So basically, this high impact news is just a report of what happened in the recent FOMC meeting. So with this high impact news, we don't really see a very high volatility in the market when this minutes or when this report is being released. All right, I've studied it for quite some time now. There is no really a massive movement happening in the market once this report is released. But hey, it is a high impact news and you can't predict the market, so you better watch out for what is about to happen on Wednesday so far as the USD FOMC minute is concerned. And Thursday is going to be the GDP of the USD. Hey, I'm really expecting to see some shaking in the market on Thursday. All right, yes. So be on the watch on Thursday as the USD is going to release their GDP. All right, their GDP for the annualized fourth quarter. I think it's going to be the previous year. All right, yeah. So just stay tuned on that on Thursday here, and I think that is all for the high impact news. I think Friday there is no high impact news on Friday. So this is the high impact news you have to expect next week, and so we are likely to see a lot of volatility injected into the market so far as next week is concerned. So if you are going into the market next week, you should be very careful when you are placing a trade. You should be looking out for your time. All right, yes. I always tell traders that time is really of importance in the market. You can't just get up and then place trade at any time you like just because you are seeing your setup. Time should be a primary factor. Time should be a primary factor in the market. All right, whatever strategy you are practicing, or whatever strategy you have in your arsenal, you should be able to know when price moves in your favor, at the time which price moves in your favor. All right, yes, and you should follow it that way. All right, it's always advisable that high impact news like this, you wait for the news to be released before you jump into the market. All right, yes, you don't jump into the market before the news comes. Once you do that, then you are going to be very disappointed. Yes, you are going to be very disappointed. So you wait for the high impact news to come and then jump into the market. And by so doing, once the high impact news is being dropped, I mean, it creates trading opportunities in the market as well. So you should be looking out for that. So that is just that for the economic news. Let's just delve into the chart and see what is happening in the market and what the market has for us going into a news. So we start with the dollar index. So for the dollar index, last week I made you aware that I'm bullish. All right, I'm being bullish. We're expecting to see price move to the upside, and we saw it moving to the upside just as it did. All right, I was targeting this buy side liquidity, and before even price dipped into this buy side liquidity, we saw the CPI. Last week was CPI. We saw the CPI moving to the downside, take out this sell side liquidity before we saw a move to the upside. All right, here. So going into next week, so currently we've seen price tap into this bearish order block we are seeing here. All right, you've seen price tap into this bearish order block we are seeing here. So going into next week, I'll be looking for bearish prices short term. All right, I'll be short term bearish on the USD to take out this equal lows you are seeing on a daily, to tap into this bullish order block. Then we see a continuation to the upside. So I'll be looking for bearish prices on USD going into next week. I'll be looking for bearish price on USD going into next week. So you're likely to see price retrace a little bit into this zone. Then we see a move to the downside, taking out this sell side liquidity into this zone before we see a move to the upside. All right. Yeah. So that is. But let's switch to the 4-hour and see what is happening on the 4-hour. Yeah. So just as I made you aware on the daily. Just as I made you aware on the daily, I'm expecting to see price take out this buy side liquidity. Let me go through this. It seems the equal lows I marked out is not showing here. So let me do this. Let me just check the visibility of this equal lows. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, it's not showing on the 4-hour. So let's make it this way. Let's make it this way. So I'm expecting to see price move and tap into the 102.155. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah. So 102.55155. Let's transpose it onto. Yes. So this very zone. All right. Yeah. So I'll expect to see price take out this sell side liquidity we are seeing here. I'm not expecting to see this zone hold price. All right, I'm not expecting to see this zone hold price because of the direction on the daily. All right, yes, but definitely if this zone is being violated, I said this on my weekly market review. Go back and watch it. I gave you a tip on how to use a violated bearish order block. All right, I gave you a tip on how to use a violated bearish order block to your advantage. So go back. I'm not going to say it here again. Go back to my playlist and then look out for the weekly market review I recently did and watch it. It's going to really give you a tip on how to go about things when an order block is being violated. Yeah, so definitely once it's being violated, I'll take advantage of it to see price clear this equal lows. All right, clear this equal lows, fill this zone. All right, at least 50% of this zone, tap here and you see a continuation to the upside. Yeah, so I'll be expecting some bearish prices on the dollar index going into next week. Yeah, but before the weekend, I'll bring you the midweek analysis. I'll bring you the midweek analysis for us to see if price is really moving the direction that I anticipated. All right, if not, because I mean, you can't predict the market. The market can change hands at any time. So that is even the more reason why I bring you the midweek market analysis. All right, yeah. So we look at what has happened previously, and based on that, we just anticipate what you have to expect on the market going into the next few days before the weekend. So just watch out for that. So that is just that for the dollar index. Let's look at what is happening on Gbpusd. Let's go what is happening on Gbpusd. Yeah. So for Gbpusd, I will expect to see price at least gyrate a little bit to the upside. All right. Yeah. So so I'll expect to see price gyrate to the upside. This is where price came to tap into the other block, but at the moment it's not really clear for me, just as we saw things clearer. Yeah, so let's see. All right, but on the 4-hour, at least you are seeing something reasonable on the 4-hour. You are seeing something reasonable on the 4-hour. Price has taken out this zone. All right, yeah, so this zone is going to be a place that I'll be observing how price reacts. If you see price retracing into this zone, and if I notice that price is trying to find support within this zone, I'll look out for bullish prices to move to the upside, to take out this buy side liquidity to fill in the zone. Then we see where the market is moving, or where the market will try to move at the moment. So at the moment, I'll be looking for bullish prices going into next week. So far as Gbpusd is concerned, I'll be looking for bullish price going into next week. So far as Gbpusd is concerned, yeah. So that is just that for Gbpusd. So just as you can see here, all right, just as you can see here, this is the last up close candle. Let me take this box off for you to see something. I always say this, and I'll repeat it again. this is the last up close candle for price to move to the downside, to take out this sell side liquidity, and price just came back to violate this up close candle. And so I will expect to see price come back to that same up close candle to find support, and then we see a move to the upside, taking out this buy side liquidity and then into this zone. Yeah, so that is going to be my expectation on GBP/USD going into next week. So I'm bullish short term on GBP/USD. All right, I'll be bullish. I'll be looking for bullish prices short term going into next week. So that is just that for GBP/USD. Let's look at what is happening on AUD/USD. Yeah, so for AUD/USD too, same plan. I'll be bullish. All right. Yeah, so remember this equal lows I told you about. All right, I outlined this again even in the midweek market outlook. All right, so if you're not watching the midweek market outlook, man, you're missing a lot. Yeah, really missing a lot, because I really stressed on this week, on this equal lows during the midweek market outlook, and it played out nicely. It really played out nicely that price tapped into this very shadow block we are seeing. And so going into next week, I'll be expecting to see market retrace a little bit into this zone before we see a continuation to the downside. So I'll also be expecting some bullish movement, or I'm looking for bullish prices on AUD/USD short term going into next week. All right, to violate this zone we are seeing here, to take out this buy side liquidity, to fill this imbalances we are seeing before we see a move to the downside. All right, yeah, so I'll be bullish short term. I'll be bullish short term on AUD/USD. All right, I don't know why I'm saying GBP/USD, but it is what it is. So I'll be looking for bullish prices on AUD/USD going into next week. Remember, I'm long-term bearish on AUD/USD. All right, I'm long-term bearish on AUD/USD, but on the short term, I'll be looking for bullish price. I want to see price retrace a little bit to the upside, then we see a move to the downside. So that is just that for AUD/USD going into next week. Let's go what is happening on NZDUSD. So AUD/USD, NZDUSD, same plan. All right, AUD/USD, NZDUSD, same plan. So let's look at what is going to happen on NZDUSD. For NZDUSD, yes, we've taken out the sell side liquidity. All right, but once I'm bullish on the dollar index short term, I'll be looking for bullish prices on NZDUSD going into next week. All right, so I'll look hard for how price is going to react on this market. All right, yes, so but I'll be very reluctant on this very pair, because I haven't really seen whatever I want to see on the market for NZDUSD. The market is not really clear for me at the moment. All right, yeah, so I'm going to really be very slow on this market. Yeah, so that is just that for next week. This is going to be my expectation so far as the market is concerned. All right, yeah, so stay tuned. I'll bring you the midweek market analysis either Tuesday or Wednesday. All right, I'll bring you the midweek market analysis either Tuesday and Wednesday. I normally look at the high impact news for either Tuesday or Wednesday if there is any. All right, if there is any high impact news on Tuesday, we don't have any high impact news. Wednesday we have a high impact news, that's the USD FOMC minutes meeting, but I don't really expect to see much volatility on this very market on Wednesday. All right, once this news is released, because for some time now I realize that when this news is released, we don't see a lot of volatility in the market. It's just a report telling us what happened previously in the FOMC, and we all know what happened. All right, if you don't know, just go back and then read whatever happened. But the major news is on Thursday, so I'll look out for what is going to happen. So definitely either Tuesday or Wednesday, I'll bring you the midweek market review, so you better watch out for it. Right, if you haven't joined my Telegram community, just look through the description box below. The link is there. Click on the link and be part of the Flash Trading Telegram community. I'll come your way again another time. I wish you all good luck and good trade.